and talk to some of the young kids because they are our future.
Yep.
I was listening to you the other day, and you was talking about your little girl on the bicycle, and her mama had let her out, and she saw you. She just waved, but she didn't come in the house.
No.
You said she wasn't taking no chances of having to park. And said, "Hey, Daddy," and kept going.
Kept pedaling.
I thought that was sweet. I love to hear about kids and stuff. I had the grandbaby last night. And he cried and cried and cried.
Come get them. That's the joy of grandparents.
All right. Until the next time, Dane, thank you so much. Thank you for the job you do out there, man. You
Thank
do a
you.
great job, and you did a help. I've never asked you to help me with something you didn't, and I really appreciate that. I don't
Anytime.
say it quite enough. Thank you. We'll be right back with our next guest. We're going to tell you how to turn your food. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Lines. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Lines. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. How you doing today?
Very good, sir.
Tell everybody your name and just tell them about your company. I'm gonna just...
Okay. I'm Bob Portman. I'm a member of the Wiregrass Forge, and there's 9 forges in the state of Alabama, and we belong to the major organization of the Alabama Forge Council. And what we do is we try and bring back the lost art of blacksmithing, and we teach beginning people how to do blacksmithing.
Well, if everybody's wondering how you got on our show, is you bought a bunch of these to the job to give to our drivers.
Yes, sir. We saw President Trump have those 2 semi-trucks in the front of the White House lawn, and I says, well, that's fine up there, but what could we do for the local truck drivers that are keeping the Wiregrass resupplied during this terrible pandemic thing? So I got together with some of our folks, and we had a special meeting, and we made 50 steak flippers to bring up to your drivers.
Well, let me tell you, 49.
49.
Because I took one home with me, and I used it. You called it a steak flipper, but let me tell you something. Chicken.
Yeah.
Anything, any kind of meat like that. And it just, when I looked at it, and you know, I like to be honest. Mr. Sanders always taught me, if you don't know, ask. And I was looking at this thing, and you had left. Mm-hmm. And I took one home, and what had me confused was the right hand one and the left hand one. I said, well, does it make a difference? So when I got home, I tried it, and I saw the difference.
Yes, sir.
I saw it is a big difference.
Yep.
And I used it, and I was just tickled pink with it. And this stuff is made out of scrap things, right?
Well, that's made out of a railroad spike. So that's what it started like. And we heat it up, and we use a power hammer.
Was this at one time?
Yes.
This here?
Yes.
Wow, and you got it to be that long.
Yep.
Look, ladies and gentlemen.
I could have made it another 4 or 5 inches long, but then it's way too long to work a good grill.
Okay, I see the bottom of it now. And you heat this and keep bending it. And so how would somebody that wanted to learn how to do this, what would they have to do? Contact you guys?
Yes, we've got the website that they could go to and join our forge. And it only costs $25 a year to be in the Alabama Forge Council, and we have meetings every third Saturday. And they can join us, and they can, if they want to, just come and see what we do. And one meeting, but due to insurance purposes, if they come a second time, they've got to be a member. And we have about 40 members in our club right now, and we are probably the most active forge in Alabama Forge Council. We've won Forge of the Year numerous times because of what we do, and we can take someone who knows nothing about blacksmithing, and they come to several meetings and showing a very good interest, and then we give them what we call a green coal class, and we take them through all the safety aspects and learning about the tools, and then we get them in the fire, and we try and get them to make a steak flipper to take home, so they can go home and say it, say it to their wife or their kids and say, hey, look what I made. And for someone who has never been in the fire before, it's quite an experience for them. I bet that is. I just looking at all the things you have here. And what would you call, this is a camera hole. This is a grapevine sconce. And what we did is we had a very good blacksmith teach us how to make this. So what we do is we get a demonstrator to show how to make it, and then we have all the metal and tools and equipment necessary, and then everybody makes it if they want to. Now, this took a couple of meetings to make that. I can imagine. I was talking to Derek Thompson when you had bought the steak knives, and he said, ain't no telling what he's got. Tell him to bring anything he wants to bring. And I want to give you another special thank you. Sometimes it's the little things when they talk. And what we did with your display, it's in the safety office upstairs where guys go to get awards and to, buy apparel from us. And that's how we've been giving it out. Sort of like an extra bonus. Say if you had your million miles, or if you had your quarterly bonus, the guy that was just on here, he's been handing them out like that. Oh, wonderful. But I really wanted you to come on TV, and I guess I'm so stuck on this because I love to eat, because people don't realize until you use one of these. If you use one of these, I promise you won't want to be without one. Yeah. I don't want to be without mine. It's just amazing that you make it out of scrap. And what we have here, well, they got the truck up under the tire. Oops. That's okay. You can sit right there. Oops. Put that up here. This is a coffee cup holder. A coffee cup holder. Okay. He hung the bird on it. Okay. Yeah. And you can hang coffee cups, or if somebody has some other items. And I happen to be down at a condo in Panama City and saw this, but it was just made out of just regular steel, and it didn't have much look to it. And I looked at it and I took a picture of it, and I came home and made one, and then I made a jig to make these things. So we had one of our meetings, and everybody that wanted made one and took it home. And also at our annual convention, I made a bunch of those, and they were given to the helpers of the convention, and that's up at Tannehill State Park, and it's in September, and that's where all the blacksmiths in Alabama get together and just have a big meeting and show off what we've made throughout the year. Well, that's great. That's great. That's great. So you guys just have a lot of fun with this. Not only do you help people and you have fun with it. And I was talking to you the other day on the phone, and you was telling me that most of your stuff, it comes from scrap. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm gonna check on some of our scrap. I know we're gonna fix you up a little box, and I'm gonna actually bring it to you. Oh, well, thank you, sir. I'm going to actually bring it to you. I talked to Derek about it. He said, yes, that'll be fine. So I'm just going to bring you some stuff, and
may even call you and let you look at some pictures or some stuff.
Okay. Here's something very interesting that we make, and that's a hummingbird.
That is not. Now, what did that? What kind of metal was that? What was that?
Here's a horseshoe nail. Here's a 3/4 inch ball bearing. This is called an architectural basket, and you probably see it on stair rails and stuff like that with a 1/2 inch square above and below it. And these are supposedly leaves in that architectural supply, and then we make the tail. And I saw one of these and I says, wow, that is neat. And so I learned to make a jig.
Hold that on my side. Look at that.
And
that is just, and that is a horseshoe nail.
yes, sir.
A horseshoe nail made, and that is a ball bearer.
Yep. And
that is on the step post.
Yes. And the color comes from, I take a torch and heat it. I have a torch in one hand and an air gun in the other. And as you heat up steel, it will get that beautiful color.
Oh. So that's natural.
Yes.
Natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
here's
nice.
a heart-shaped hook. that we
Now,
make.
what was this one? It's a heart.
That's just a piece of metal that we brought around and we forge welded and made that like that. Now here's something that, this is a set of wolf jaw tongs, and we teach the people how to make this because when you're working with a short piece of metal, you can't stick your hand in the fire.
Look.
No. So, and this is called a wolf jaw because you can hold round stock in it like that, or you can hold it this way.
So with this, you could actually, you stick that in the fire.
Yeah, you hold a piece of metal in your forge, whether it be a coal forge or a propane forge.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back and let you tell us some more about your things. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line. Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wally Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wally Sanders Truck Lines. At Wally Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wally, money, money, money. Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Says in Ephesians 6:11, we need to put on the full armor of God. And that's what we need right now in this world today. And I appreciate y'all coming out and being in Troy and everything that's going on here today. And I appreciate y'all. I'm always here for y'all, anything you need.
Well, Mary, it's good to be able to call you. And you being out, Mary, and you answer the phone. And if you leave you a message and you call back, and when you have an event like this for the community, you take time out your schedule and come. We thank you for that. So we're gonna let you say goodbye because I told them you was on your way somewhere, but you stopped by. So I know this will be your last break. Thank you for coming.
Thank y'all for having me. God bless y'all.
Kill, I'm gonna give it back to you, but before I do, can I give away some t-shirts? Ricky's sitting on there. Ricky, you got a t-shirt? Well, what they got to do? Just walk up?
I'm gonna throw it out the door.
All they got to do is tell them I want a t-shirt, go on one. Well, that live got them scared. Boy.
Like I said, kindergarten, third grade, fourth grade, I know they're going to wear these t-shirts on one of that's a dress.
to swap them out.
All right, all day you can give it back to me. Everybody up there line up getting, got to say what's up to Big Guy.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best 2 days. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Now, this is what I want to talk about. How do we get this?
Well, that is copper roses, and what we do is we cut copper in the shape of the little, each petal, and then we take pliers and then we twist it around and make it that way.
Well, that is really pretty. That is just pretty.
And
I can tell all your stuff has got a lot of love in it.
and this is a copper iris.
Oh, look at that. That is just amazing. It is amazing. And all this stuff that you use is scrap.
Yes.
You don't buy nothing.
Well, we had to buy a little bit of the copper sheeting.
Yeah,
But
the
we
copper.
but what we do is we go to a place where they have scrap copper and then buy it.
Now, you've told me this. I want to show you something about us. One of my guys gonna kill me for not telling them that I was gonna do this. But this is a battery. And what we do, we bring in junk batteries. We then in turn take the lead out of it. And I don't have my lead bar, so that's my fault. I just wasn't prepared. And we recycle the lead.
Oh.
Then we take the plastic and we make those plastic beads right there. Then, that's all KW Plastic, one of the largest
Right
plastic.
across from you.
Yeah, one of the largest plastic manufacturers in the world. But I used to tell people that when a battery came to Troy, because we take the liquid and we got a fertilizer plant and we make fertilizer.
Oh.
So it actually goes in a circle. But really, I should say we regenerate life, because a company that we sell our plastic to, this is what they make with it. It makes another battery.
I'll be darned.
So just sitting here looking at your things that you have made me realize this whole world is built off recycle, remanufacturing, taking something and making something.
Yeah.
Life is like that.
Yes, sir.
You got to take your life and make something of it.
Yep.
And you got a little background. You was in the military.
Yes, sir. I did 22 years active duty and another 20 as a Department of Army civilian. And I've got over 11,000 flight hours in helicopters, and 5,000 of that was as a night vision goggle instructor pilot. And I thoroughly enjoyed all the time I spent teaching students how to fly helicopters. In fact, one of my students I was very proud of, she ended up to be an Army astronaut, and she was up on the space shuttle, and where they, it was the time before they captured the Hubble telescope, that she went up there with a set of night vision goggles and worked with the arm to making sure that they could, on the next mission, capture it and repair it.
Well, that's great. And I want to take this time on behalf of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and myself to say thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
When I talked to you on the phone, when I called you about coming here, I immediately became excited because you was telling me about your drill sergeants and things you do. You know, we live in a world where we need to be excited. We need to be excited for life. You gave parts of your life so we could have times like we got now. And our military, we need to never forget them. You know, with the military, with us, one of the things we do is we give $1,000 sign-on bonus. But if you're in the military, we just give you an extra $200.
Wow.
To sign on. That's just to show that we're committed to our country and committed to our military. Those are the people that make me and you be able to come here have Truck Talk with Wallace Sanders Truck Line, you to go home and go in your shop and work and feel safe in it.
Yes, sir.
I see another item you have right here. What is that?
Well,
On the far end.
This is a nail header. And way back before there were commercial makers of nails, people made nails. And what you do is you take a little piece of metal, a scrap piece, and you form it. And you'd take something like this, and you'd stretch it out, and you'd end up making a nail like that. And you can make little nails, or you can make big nails.
Look at that. Look at that.
And
This stuff is so interesting.
now that was made with a bigger nail header. than
Yeah.
that.
But you can make this nail.
Oh, yes,
That's
sir.
like a railroad nail too. Like,
Yeah.
That's a big nail.
There were towns in England,
In
and
England?
that's all they did in the 17th century was make nails, the whole town. And they said that there were so many fires going on at night that there was a big glow up into the lower clouds from that town.
From people making nails.
Because the whole community, that's all they did is make nails. And what they would do is when people early in this country were moving west, sometimes they would want to burn down their present house to get the nails to carry out to the west, unless with the wagon train there happened to be a blacksmith that could make the nails whenever they got to work.
So they would literally burn their house down to get the nails.
Yes, and therefore the communities sometimes would pay the people or give them nails to go and build another house some other place,
And
so
not
that
burn.
house was so they wouldn't burn the house down.
Wow, that's interesting. What is this piece over here?
Which,
The long one with the balls on.
oh, that's how we made the grapes to put on the grapevine scones. We had a jig and we put it under a power hammer and we heated a piece of metal like this, and then you squash it when it's really hot into that shape, and then we cut those off and form them and make the grapes.
So everything you make, heat is the most important thing. When it gets
Yes, sir.
hot, it changes shapes.
When it gets hot, we can move it and make it the shape that we want it.
As long as it's hot.
Yes.
Okay.
One
So like a blacksmith, I watch a lot of cowboy pictures,
Yeah.
and you go by there and he be, and
Yep.
nailing the gunsmoke.
Yep.
I watched the
Oh,
Indian
yeah.
guy just did the blacksmith. Okay.
each town needed one, and each wagon train needed one, because if something on the wagon broke,
You
or
had to
one of
fix
the
it.
or one of the tires, steel tires, came off the wagon, they had to have a blacksmith to shrink it and put it back on.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you actually, in making this, do you enjoy making it more or teaching other people how to make it more? Or is both of them about the same?
I love taking someone who knows nothing and get them to where they make something, and the next thing you know, they got a smile from ear to ear.
You
And
love
they,
that.
And they said yes. And that's part of all the training I did with making pilots out of civilians.
Making pilots out of civilians. Well, let me ask you this. When you talk about making pilots, was it easier to teach somebody who didn't have no idea what's going on, or somebody who had a little knowledge and
It's their motivation. Pardon me. If they really, really want to learn, it's very easy. If they're there, just, and they say, oh, okay, I think maybe I want to be a pilot, but they don't have the motivation. It is difficult.
Yeah. When I think about that, I think about driving. And I work with drivers a lot that go to these schools. And you learn as you go. And just listen to you say that, you're right, because I'm almost to the point where I can have a long enough conversation. If I go out and eat lunch with a group of guys just driving a truck, I can almost pick the ones that are gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you have to have a drive to work.
Yes, sir.
You have to realize that driving a truck is not an 8 to 5. So like when you was in the military, it was sun up, sundown, whatever you needed, whenever you had to be there. And once you get that, you can see it. But like you say, boy, I've seen guys, Glover. And the reason I say Glover, because I just saw him this weekend. I went to the school boy Glover was going to school at. And Glover would tell me, I already got it, Hoss. I'm already ready. Everything I be explaining something in the class, done read it. He did his research. And when I would talk, he could comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it. And I said, this guy's gonna be a good one. I don't want to lose him. And I had our tour and he come down. And it's a long process in driving a truck, not near as long as the pilots. But we hired him and he went through his 10 weeks training. Never heard a word from him. He had a good trainer. He was happy.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got his own truck. Matter of fact, congratulations, he's about to have another baby. But Glover bought into the system.
Yes, sir.
You know, he had read the system before I explained it. And I can truly attest to what you're saying with this stuff. If you want to learn and you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
you seem like a compassionate person. I believe you can even teach me how to do it.
Yes, sir.
I believe you can
Not
even
a problem.
teach me how
And
to
we've
do it.
had we had one person that's sort of the main godfather of our forge was a Rick J from Fountain, Florida. And he's the one that taught us how to do a lot of this, and he hosted several meetings down in his shop. And he's the person that cut that out of a piece of steel, 42 inches, and he cut it out with a plasma cutter.
Really?
And it's what we have as far as our logo for our forge.
Well, that's good. You guys, I got something I'm gonna get you to build for me for my house.
All right.
I'm a country boy. I want one of those. You know how you have your name swinging?
Mm-hmm.
On my nickname swinging. You know, I am so glad you came, Mr. Forge, but I am so more happy about the compassion of you making these steak fingers for those drivers.
Yes, sir.
I am, and I promise you, when we give all them out and somebody comes in and look, because the word gets out and is looking for one, don't you dare think I won't hesitate to give mine up. Because I got your phone number. I'll get you
Yes,
to make
sir.
me another one.
All right.
I
I'll
got
be
your
more
phone
than happy
number.
to.
And just the things that you bought. And one other thing that I didn't get to ask you about. This is a candle holder, I'm sure.
Pencil holder.
Pencil holder. Okay.
In fact, that is going to be the project for August meeting. We've got a person coming down from North Alabama, and he's going to demonstrate how to make that, and then we're going to have all the copper pipe available and the equipment, and so everybody will get in the fire and make one of those if they want it.
That is really nice. That is really nice. Now, one important question that I didn't ask you, what do you make your fire out of?
Okay, we can either use coal, and we use a soft coal called bituminous coal because it doesn't have all the smoke and odors and stuff like that with it. And you have it in a forge, and then you either have a hand crank blower or a bellows to blow air into it so that it burns very hot. And what you do is once you start burning the coal, it becomes coke. And then when you put the air to a burning pile of coke, it becomes very hot, up to like 1700 degrees. And that way then you can bend the metal. Or we have propane forges, and our forge has had 2 workshops, and we built forges for our members. And it takes several days to be able to do that. But rather than spending $400 or $500 for a forge, we can build one for about $150.
Y'all just build a forge then?
Yep.
Okay, it's just amazing that the stuff and the things that y'all just, wow, it just excites me. And I just know that box of stuff I'm gonna bring you down there. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's some things that me and Mr. Thompson thought about.
Oh.
I'm just gonna bring it to you, and say, here you go.
Well, would you like to come down to one of our meetings?
I may just do that. I don't want to obligate myself, and I don't make it.
Yeah.
I'll be pretty busy. We had a big thing Saturday with the radio station here in Troy. It's called the Big KD. It's 106.3, and we got together with them Saturday, and we cooked 100 hot dogs. Wow. And we give hot dogs to the kids. That's some of the stuff you're seeing there. Mm-hmm. And the mayor, he came out and spoke. I heard you mention the pandemic a while ago. You know, I try to find some good in everything. I get excited about life itself. And when I look at this pandemic, and I have to look for the good, and people say, well, how you gonna find the good in that? Well, it's brought us closer together. I got to depend on you, you've got to depend on me. We've all got to clean up and do things differently. Most of all, we gotta love one another. And I can just, I told you if I go to lunch with somebody, I should have said, and if I have them on my show, I can tell who feels things, and you feel what you do. You enjoy to teach it, and when I talked to you on the phone, I was just so excited. You know, you was telling me about the commercials, and thank you for that. I didn't tell you then because I wanted to look you in the eye and tell you, I get compassionate about our commercials because it's the truth. What we have at Sanders, and I say this when I go to a school, another trucking company can't offer what I can offer. Mm-hmm. They don't build their own freight, they don't haul their own. See, I got to have a product to sell. Well, I got to bring a product back to make the product that I sell. And I got it all just going in a circle, and God forgive me, I didn't bring my little thing that I got that I show people, but it's just a circle. It's like life. Life is a circle. Mm-hmm. And you should get better and better as you go, as you go. And for somebody like you to be in the military and serve our country and then turn around and take things that are normally been thrown away and make something. That takes courage, and we thank you for that. Would you like to say hello to anybody, your wife or anybody?
Hello, Mary.
I'll say happy birthday to Veronica. I didn't tell her happy birthday, and I told a little kid happy birthday. That'll get me in trouble. I don't need to be in trouble. But you know, anytime, I want to let you know this, and it just didn't come from me. It come from the high up too. They said tell you anytime, if y'all having an event or you having something special or you get somebody down there and y'all build something special and you just need a little exposure on it, call me. They said we got 4 minutes. I was really out of here. But let us know.
Yes, sir.
And once again, tell everybody how they can contact you and how they can get in your organization.
Okay, I brought a piece of paper with the websites and our email address on it, and I believe he's
Scott,
got
bring me that piece of paper. It's on the screen. Okay. All right, you got it on the screen. So we can just talk in here. This is our show. We don't have no sponsors, so we don't have to worry about it. We're you know, and I thank my boss for this. This is something we do in this community, and we kind of spread out because, like, you're from Enterprise. Mm-hmm. But we realize that people are doing things, and sometimes you need a way to expose it and say it, and we do that. And no matter what or who I bring on here, it's going to be dealing with trucking because all these items you got here, at one time, they was on a truck somewhere.
Yeah.
Might have been in their first life, because now I call this their second life. And so, you can tie trucking in with everything. That's what made you do what you did. Because we didn't call you, you just showed up and bought those things. And you know, and that's another good thing. Truck drivers have always been here. Listen to me good, they've always been here. And they've always delivered our goods. And they've always made sure we had our new shoes and our new suits, our hair products. But there was nothing, some of us saw it that was in the industry, but lo and behold comes the pandemic, and you see just how essential it is to have a truck.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
People see now. So that's another good you can get out of this pandemic. Truck driving, it should have been that way all the time. Let me say that. And I have always felt that but I was in the industry. Truck drivers that was there, now they're here. People realize, and I hear some amazing stories. Matter of fact, I heard a story from a guy that told me he got off at an exit and he saw all the people standing around and he said, oh my God, of all exits I could get off at, I got off here. But it was not. It was a great exit. It was people out there in their cars and they had ice and bottled water. And they was giving it to any trucks that got off the exit.
I'll be darned. That was nice.
That was just nice. And every time I have somebody on the show, I think about that when I think about driving. And I've heard stories where my guys have told me that the places where they was going with the paper towels and toilet paper, when for some reason everybody went and bought all the toilet paper, how special they treated them. And you come at night and you come back here and we're gonna take care, you know. And we should have been doing these things all the time. And so that's the good that we get out of the pandemic. It opens our eyes. And I feel like sometimes God has to touch us and turn us around.
Well, I think people appreciate truck drivers a whole lot more now.
Yes.
Since they figured out where it all comes from.
Oh, it all comes from. That 2 boiled eggs I eat every morning, they was on a truck at one time. The coffee that I'm drinking here now. It's just everything. It makes the world go around. And for the president to have 2 trucks up on the White House, you enlightened me on something. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I didn't say that. Okay. But that was nice. That was showing that trucking truly keeps this country moving. It truly keeps this country moving, and I get a little irritated when I see these commercials, big trucks. I'll be like, oh my God. But I wouldn't want to see this world without them. Would you?
No.
I wouldn't want to see this world without them. Well,
we'd be back to wagon trains.
Yeah, back in the day. You know, now when people ride horses, it's so funny. I wanted a Shetland pony. I'm going to tell this story. I wanted a Shetland pony one time. Boy, I begged for it. And my daddy, you know, he finally got irritated about it. He said, boy, if you had to ride that like I used to have to ride it, he said you used to have to ride a mule about 4 miles up the road to grandmama's house and carry him some meat when they kill a hog and ride him back. And you just jumped up on his back and rode him. You had no saddle and ride him. He said he plied a mule. He said, and let me tell you something, that ain't a good looking sight to look at for 8 hours a day in the back of that mule. And so now when we ride horses, we ride them as a pleasure. When we pull a mule with a wagon, we pull it as a pleasure. But it was a time that wasn't a pleasure, that was the real deal. So well, America has come a long way. But even back then, wagon trains delivered stuff. It's always been a transport, you know, the Pony Express. This world is built on a transport system. When you was in the Army, I'm sure y'all had to transport certain planes to certain bases and stuff. Well, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. And we living in this time. I want to shake your hand, and we gonna do like they tell us. We're gonna sanitize it up and pray that this pandemic leaves us. And hey, once again, I want to thank you for watching Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines. Love my drivers of the month. Got a double team and a single team. Wow, am I excited? Am I excited? You'll see your name up on the scales. Until next time, which will be next Monday, thank you again. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye. You want to come look at this truck, young man? You want to come look? That man there, I'll give you a road test in this truck. That's what he do. Ricky, how would you road test him?
Well, I had to let him get a CDL first. We're going to have to send him to school. Then we'll put him in there and test him out, let you drive it.
Can you drive it?
I don't know.
Can you drive it?
No, I ain't scared. Just, I don't know if I'm used to a big truck like this.
Okay. Can you drive?
Yeah.
You can drive?
I take it from you, get it.
You take it from me, I give it to you. I ain't gonna give it to you.
He'll take it from you.
Can you drive? No. Okay. Can you drive?
Yeah.
What you drive?
Also, Metro Flash.
So you using 1 pillar, 3 pillar, what? One, okay. Dylan, come in. Cricket. Dylan, Dylan, what you think about that truck? Can you drive it?
It's too big.
It's too big?
Too big.
Why is it too big? You a big guy?
I don't know, the turn would be too sharp.
Huh?
It'd be hard to turn.
It's easy to turn. It's just like driving a car. It's got an automatic transmission.
Drive, D.
Drive.
He said he'll drive it. That one will take it from
He gonna take
said
it from me.
He'll drive it. I'll tell you what. That lady right there, come in. She made the best brownies. Did you eat one of them?
I haven't had a brownie yet.
You haven't had a brownie yet. You gonna give me the recipe of that brownie?
No.
Get that lady right there the recipe.
No.
With the shades on.
I may.
You
She's
may.
pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Special.
Yeah. Huh?